And yes, we're live here in Spaciousness. We're now on our season two, and this is our pilot episode for season two, and we're talking about body and possibilities. And we are with Ryan T. So today, or rather tonight, wherever you are, we'll talk about the body's connection with our mental health, and we'll also talk about access consciousness tools. And of course, we'll talk about some clearings that we can do energetically to maintain our mental health in celebration of October, which is Mental Health Awareness Month. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy. All right, I'm very, very happy that finally we've met online. We've met, okay, to do this to do this stream. One of my favorite persons in the whole wide world. I tuned in to his body process class one time, and I've record. We were given a recording, and I've been repeating it for I think ever since that day, right? Maybe a week already now, maybe a week already. So without further ado, let's give it to Ryan T.
Hello, June. Hello, everybody out there. Good evening or good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are.
Hi
And hello to
Ryan.
your body
Ryan.
as well. Hello to your sweet body as well.
Yes,
Hey,
one of the things that I really, really like when we were doing your body process class was when you were talking to our body and when you assisted us to talk to our body. And you mentioned something, hello, my sweet, cute, beautiful body. And that just made my body feel so light and giggly and happy. Can you tell us about that process, please?
yeah. Okay. So, by the way, that wasn't a body process class. That was a what we call the symphony group taster session, where people receive the energy and then get the magical changes. I think I might do a bit of that later today. Maybe. Let's see how it goes. I'm excited. My body is excited. My body is like, okay. So that was, I think, 2 weeks ago or one. I don't. I lost count. Like 2 weeks ago, maybe. So so I invited you to that session, and then in that session, I actually now I don't remember what I said at that time. Like, uh,
Just
and then, but yeah, but you see, most people like they fight against their body. That if all the problems that I have is because I have this body. If I don't have this body, I wouldn't have to go through all this pain, all this suffering, all this yada 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 yada. How many of you can feel like, that's me, that's my life?
That's
Okay.
me basically. It's like I'm in constant punishment of my body. Punishment in a
Mm-hmm.
sense that I did not know I was punishing my body, but subconsciously there was something
Yeah.
embedded that, our body in this reality, in this lifetime, is meant to suffer. It's
Ooh.
meant to suffer because that's the only way you can be purified through suffering.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of I think belief systems, points of view surrounding that. All right,
Yep.
I
Yep.
had a big chunk of that I am now able to let go, at least
Mm-hmm.
partially. All right, I'm
Yeah.
still raising my level of awareness to be completely completely be at ease with my body.
Yeah. So speaking of that, we can change that. We can clear those points of view, even those points of view that you have, but you don't know you have. We can clear them so that you can have more ease with your body. But just give me a moment. So I will go to the access consciousness clearing processes. So just now you mentioned that when I say like, hey, cute body, cute, sweet body, a lot of people with their minds will be like, are you talking to me, my body? What do you mean like cute body? Like my body, ugly, painful, blah, 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 right? But your body is like, yes, someone finally acknowledged me. Okay. So like, that's why just now when you first started, I say like, hi, all of you, and hi, all the cute, all the nice body, yummy bodies, right? So can we all acknowledge that you have a great body? So, okay, now I can feel some of you are like, I tried, but I couldn't. So let me use the access consciousness clearing statement here. So I think your audience, they are familiar with the access consciousness clearing statement, right?
Yes.
Do I need to explain that? Okay, I don't think I need. I can just use it right away. Okay, how does it get any better than this? All right. So So all the separations that you have with your body, all the judgments that you have about your body, everywhere that you think, okay, all those things that you think are not good enough with your body, you are judging your body, whether secretly or obviously or loudly. What are your loudest judgments about your body? Everything that brings up times a godzillion. Let's destroy and credit all,
Yes,
please, for your
please.
body. Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. Okay,
Oh,
so
wow, that's quite an energy. All right.
yeah,
But by the way, we might also have some parts of the audience who are not familiar with the clearing statement of access consciousness. So you can check, what's the website again, Ryan? Um,
www.theclearingstatement.com.
www.clearingstatement.com. It's that simple.
Theclearingstatement.com with
All right.
the clearing. Okay, cool. All right. So in short, if I have to explain that in like one or two sentences, it's like you have some yucky stuff that you want to throw away. Like the clearing statement is like the vacuum, it's suck it away, take it away, so that you are like suddenly, whoop, I don't know what happened, but like, oh, I got lighter. Okay, so let me do that one more time. So all the judgment that you have about your body. Oh, and now I can get a different energy like behind this, like
Mhm.
everywhere that you are, wow, expecting or anticipating to leave this body so that you can leave all those pains, all those sufferings. Hey, if you are thinking about like quitting this life and leaving this body, how are you going to have a great life? You know, for example, you see, if you are at a place that you are just waiting to run away, you're like, nah, I'm not going to contribute to this place. I'm not going to receive much from this place. I'm just counting days. So how
Mhm.
many of you with your body? Yes, eventually we all die. I get that. Well, not really we die, but our bodies die. So well, we are the infinite beings, right? But so you see, even though eventually our bodies die, but now how many of you, even though that day is still like far to go, but the hidden points of view, the underlying points of view, and how you function is like, I'm just counting the days to leave this body so that I could end all the suffering, which
Mhm.
still connect back to like, I have this body, so I have to suffer this already. I have to suffer all these things, and then you think just now you put it, you describe it like quite well. Like this is like how I don't remember how you say it, but it's something like the suffering is like the lesson for you to learn so that you can you say purify your soul or something like
Purification.
that. Yeah, and you can prove you're a nice person. A lot of you
If
have
you're
that.
able to suffer tremendously.
You know, for example, those people that just have good life, they like don't care about other people. You're like, that's not what I want. Those are the bad guys. But if you have some sufferings, you feel like, okay, well, at least I can prove I'm a nice guy. I'm a normal, nice person. I'm not upsetting anyone. I have a hard life. So everything that brings out everywhere that this is what you function from, let's just try and create it all.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds.
Whoa, that's a lot of energy. Okay, that's a lot of
So
energy.
all the, let me simplify that. So when I say simplify that, I mean maybe it's easier for you to repeat it on your own if you want to repeat it.
Mhm.
Okay. So all the sufferings that you use to prove you are not wrong, not bad, to prove you are a nice guy, nice person, and to hey the karmic debt, we let's destroy and uncreate all of that.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys, perverts, and beyonds. Wow. Uh, that
Oh,
that is way bigger than like I thought. Yeah. Huh.
oh, I got cracks on my necks, on my neck.
Okay. So how many of you actually don't have that much problems with your body, but you invented them so that you could go through this process of like the pain and suffering to prove that you have a real life on planet Earth, and then you can pay off all the previous debt, and then to have so that when the day comes, you have a purified soul.
Yeah, that's interesting. And I think a lot of
Yeah.
us are
Mm-hmm.
walking with that point of view and judgment of our body.
Yeah. So everything that is so from any and all previous lifetimes, any religions, any cults, any societies, any schools or whatever that you were a part of, or you might not be just a part of, you might be even like one of the main persons there. Like
Yes.
that, sometimes we have done all sort of things, right? We would not just like, oh yeah, I'm a follower of this religion. Sometimes who knows, we created some of those things. Oh, and by the way, if you were the so-called creator of something, some limitations, um, and as you were the one that created it, and then like it spread everywhere, people align and agree with the points of view that you gave them, and uh, this lifetime somehow, so it's not easy for me to explain it right now, or maybe I don't have enough brain cell. I have been doing a class today for one whole day.
Maybe it's
um
we are contributing
somehow
to it when we
it,
agree to it.
in short, it's like if you were the creator of that, now it's like you get that thing like a lot more intense, like maybe 10 times, 100 times more, something like this. Okay, so all this energy just like come up to the surface. So everything that you created from any and all lifetimes, and let's just revoke, reclaim, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and create all of that, please.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and part, all nine shorts, boys, progress, and beyond. So that you set you free, you set your body free, and you also set whoever that bought those limitations, those beliefs, those lies from you in that lifetime, in those lifetimes, free. Okay, so all those lies that created pain and suffering on planet Earth because we have a body that you spread to many, many people, you sold to so many other people. But if you look at it on the bright side, it's like, wow, how influential you are, right? How much a great impact you have. But hey, can we use this great capacity to actually create more, to spread more consciousness? So everything that it brings up, all those limitations, let's just destroy and uncreate it.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and part, all nine shorts, boys, perverts, and beyond.
I have a question though. A lot of
Uh-huh.
people, wow, okay, a lot of people would think that would limit themselves into the point of view that because their parents had it, they're bound to have it, or because it's in their genes, it's meant to stay in their genes. Um, what can you say about that?
Okay. So number one, okay, you have two parts here. So number one about the parents.
Mhm.
According to who, that because your parents have it, you must have it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true for many people, like, oh yeah, I have this just like my father, just like my mother, blah, blah, blah. So everywhere that just because your parents, no, the energy is more like just because someone in your family have it, you need to have it to prove you are part of that family, and also to maintain a connection and relationship with them. Just you will say things like, see, I have this friend just like my father, just like my mom. I'm really like part of this family. And so, and everywhere that you're not willing to go beyond your parents' reality, to outcreate your parents, let's destroy and create it all.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all nine shorts, boys, provides and beyonds, and everywhere that you feel like if they have those problems and you don't have, it means you betray them. You feel like I don't want to be a betrayer. I love my mom. I
Oh
love my
my
dad.
gosh,
Well,
yes,
if you
that's
let
so.
if
Mhm.
you let go of those limitations, well, supposedly they should be happier for you. They should be like, yes, you don't have this problem, right? But from our side, with those unconscious beliefs, unconscious energies, whatever, it's like, oh yeah, if I'm the one that without this problem, I'm so different, but they are still suffering. How can I like without problem? How can I be happy on my own while they are still those people that I care so much are still suffering? I don't want to betray them. Okay. So everyone repeat 3 times like I don't want to betray them. I don't want to betray them. I don't want to betray them. Everything that brings up, whether this is how you unconsciously function from, that locks all those limitations, pains, diseases, so on and so forth that you know can let go easily, but you just won't let them be released. Can
Mm,
you now give yourself the freedom to choose so and set yourself free?
yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, power and part, all nine shorts, boys, progress, and beyonds. I mean, if you look at it, like if they have pain and you have pain, like together both of you have pain, are you capable of helping them? Or if you don't have the pain and suffering that they have, would that make you actually more capable to contribute to them if they are willing to receive, right? So everywhere that you all still believe in the rightness and the good value of sharing the pains with others instead of not getting yourself involved into their realities, and so that you can remain having clearer awareness to contribute. Will you please destroy and credit all?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad, power and part, all nine short sports, progress and beyonds. Whee! Are you all still following? At that time, I was like, okay, I feel like some people just like, I'm not following.
So, how did your I'm just curious,
Hmm.
what nudged you to be an access consciousness practitioner that eventually led you to become an access consciousness certified facilitator?
Okay, so I found access almost 11 years ago. Time flies. Um, at that time, so I have been doing many things. I've learned many things before access, like NLP, hypnosis, hypnotherapy, Reiki, and so on and so forth. So I was an NLP trainer at the time, and even though I have a lot of tools, a lot of techniques, like I could help people to change their life like quite easily. Like some people would come to me like, I have this problem for 10 years. I'm like, sure, no problem. Like one session, two sessions, like they change. But for myself, I'm like, I have this problem. I have this problem. I have this problem. Like none of my problems are like changeable. I don't know why. And
Mm,
then the I would say the biggest problem, well, they are all, I would consider that all of those big problems, but the other problem that I had was like, um, because I was also doing classes and doing sessions, and then I was like, I need to like hide my problems. Otherwise, if people see that I'm having so many problems, why would they come to me? So at that time, I have this like inner fight with myself, like, oh yeah, I need to be perfect so that I can like show people everything is possible. But at the same time, like, I, I am having all this pain, and none of you know it, that kind of thing. So I keep searching. So keep searching, and then I happened to found Dr. Dane here, so the co-creator of Access. I found his Telesummit. At the time, now we still have some Telesummit, but at the time we have a lot more Telesummit about 11 years ago. It was the biggest trend that time. So I was on the website listening to some other facilitators, teachers from other modalities, and then um, somehow Dane got my attention. I was like, what is this? So I listened to his sharing, and if I remember correctly, there was something about body as well. Okay, and coming from a background that was like all about the mind, like for example, I've been doing NLP, and so for me, it's like whatever you're talking about, like I get the idea, it's kind of like a good concept, but like, but why does this work? Why is saying talk and pot it will work? So, but that yeah, a lot of people can relate to that, right? And so let me do a clearing here. So everywhere that you believe you need your mind to understand all these things, and if your mind doesn't get it, you think you're not getting it, you let your mind dominate your life, you let your logical mind dominate your reality. Instead of allowing you to just receive all possibilities, we'll please destroy and credit all.
yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, power and part, all nine shorts, boys, forwards, and beyonds. So I started to listen to Dane's sharing, and then I was like, okay, that sounds really good. And then I listened to more. And then even though I didn't understand it connectively, but my life started to change. Some of those pain went away like very quickly. Like I asked Dane a question, Dane like give me a question, or give me a clearing process, and then we're like, oh wow, things start to change. This is too magical. So I learn it, and then attend the access bars class, and then for me it was like, okay, I have this is how I think at that time. So I was like, okay, I have another tool that I can contribute to more people. I want more of this. Okay. So at first I have no idea that I would be doing access for so long and like step on this path called consciousness. For me, it was like, yeah, another tool that I can use on myself. I can contribute to more people. But as I keep doing it, my life keep changing, and then everything becomes easier and easier. And a lot of things that previously I couldn't change, they went away, they fade away. I was like, wow, okay. Like I've been searching for so long, and then finally I found it. So now, once again, let me clear something here. So whatever that I triggered in your work based on what I just said, so everything that you have decided cannot be changed. Sometimes after you try to change something for so long, you're like, oh my God, I think this will never be changed. I should just live with this pain. Like I should coexist with this pain like forever until the end of this body.
Mhm.
You know, so everything that you have decided unchangeable, let's destroy and create all of that, so
Yes.
that at least you have possibilities for it to change. Right, wrong, good
Yes.
and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys, progress and beyonds. The energy about suffering is still quite strong here. So let me do that many, many times,
Okay.
a few more times. So all the sufferings that you use to prove your existing as real and true on planet Earth, for whatever reason, let's destroy and credit all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys, progress and beyonds.
Okay, for those who are
Okay.
watching, don't worry. When you as you listen, you're getting cleared too. You don't need to understand what's going on.
Well, it's not that hard to understand. I only use simple words, but the funny thing is when all these simple words put together, you're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
If that's the case, this is the clearing that you need. Okay, because uh, when you so when I run that what we call the clearing process, so it's like addressing the energy that you are presenting, whoever watching right now, and in the future presenting to me. And then so I'm addressing it. So when the energy is being addressed, you're like it's easily like check out, like "Oh," you know. So that's very common. And after you listen to it a few more times or you run it a few more times yourself, you might come to a point like, oh, finally I get what you're talking about. So all the pains and sufferings to prove. Now let me simplify it even more. So what are you using pains and sufferings to prove? You get that one. And you're like, oh shit, that.
uh,
It makes no logical sense, but we unconsciously bought into it, then that's what we are doing.
yeah.
Okay? So everything that is times a gajillion, we now please destroy and credit all.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys, powers, and beyonds. What are you using pains and sufferings to prove? You see, the second time I read this, it triggers something else like a deeper layer, or sometimes it's not necessarily deeper, but different. So everything that is times a gajillion, we now please destroy and create.
Oh yes.
Right, wrong, good and bad. Stay awake, stay awake. Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys, powers, and beyonds. What are you using pains and sufferings to prove? Like to validate as well, to validate other people's reality.
Prove and
I'm
validate.
just like my mom. Yeah, I'm just like my mom. Like my mom has this, blah blah blah. So you are proving something, you are validating something. Everything that is times a gazillion will now please destroy and create.
Oh yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shorts, boys, provides and beyonds.
And you know
Okay,
what?
so whatever that I talked about, sorry, whatever I talked about earlier, it was like maybe too complicated. Don't worry, just make it as simple as this. What am I using pains and suffering to prove and validate? Okay, so you can
Yeah,
read this
I
on
like
your
the
own, and
question
then whatever
very
comes
much.
up, just talk and pot. Yeah.
Yes, all right. Right and wrong, good, bad, bad, short, baseball, bias, yeah. And you know, I like what you said about betrayal. All right, I like what you said
Mm-hmm.
about betrayal. I've been yawning. You know, I've been
Mm-hmm.
yawning and I'm suddenly become teary-eyed. all all right. So I like what you said about betrayal. All right,
Uh-huh.
that sometimes even if um, even if we're not meant to get sick, we
Mm-hmm.
subconsciously or we are unconsciously choosing to get sick
Mm-hmm.
because getting sick means that we are a part of something, maybe a part of our family, a part of
Yep.
an organization who contracted the same disease. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes we use our illnesses to have that sense of belongingness.
Yeah.
Okay, to
And
have a
that's
sense
why I
of
said the
belonging.
betrayal. You feel
Yeah,
like you'll be betraying
and not
them.
having it, all right, not having it and living an entirely disease-free life would be some form of betrayal because it feels like they had it. I should also have it. Otherwise, if I didn't have
Mm.
it, it might make me uh, it might
You
make
no
me
longer fit
different from
in.
them, or
Yeah.
it might make me someone who does not fit
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah.
I just like that, and I repeat it because I like it very much. I think
Yeah.
that I can relate to it very much because
Okay. So
yeah.
what
Anyway,
about this? Like, what if betrayal is not wrong? I know everyone judge betrayal, like who
yeah,
betrayed who betrayed me.
yeah.
Like I betrayed this person long, long time ago. I'm still feeling guilty. Yes, I get that. But hey, let's look at it from a different perspective. What if betrayal is not wrong? It's more about like who or what do you betray? So let's look at it this way. So let's say, um, okay, I'm making this up. Okay, so
I like
don't
it.
really take it seriously. So,
I
for
like
example,
make up stuff.
let's say you are in a horrible, terrible, abusive, toxic relationship. Someone manipulating you, gaslighting you, controlling you, lying to you all the time. Like, okay, so if you leave that person, from that person's point of view, you are betraying. How can you leave me? You know, and especially if they are very good with like manipulation, they'll be like, I treat you so nicely. I'm the only one that love you, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So they make you feel wrong for betraying. But hey, if you stay in that relationship, you are betraying yourself. Okay, like my dropped.
Mind
So
drop.
when you are when you're not willing to betray something or someone that tries to control you, limit you, you betray yourself. You're doing betrayal anyway. It's just a question of who or what are you betraying. Okay, so now all the judgments about betraying, let's destroy and create all of that. Right, wrong, good and bad, park and part, all nine shorts, boys, progress and beyonds. So who or what are you not willing to betray that keeps you betraying you all the time?
Who are wow? I love that question.
What are you not willing to betray that keeps you only that keeps you betraying you all the time, and the only one you ever betray is you. Uh, you're like, I'm not sure, should I cry or should I laugh?
This makes
Everything that brings up, yeah,
energy.
let's just try and create all of that.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shots, boys, forwards and beyond. So someone asked, when is I can finally see, when is betrayal okay? Actually, it has nothing to do with betrayal. It's not even a betrayal. It's more
Yeah,
about like
it's
you
the
choosing what works for you. Okay, so for example, let's say if I step out of a abusive relationship, it's not really because I want to betray someone. I don't care about betraying. I'm just choosing what works for me. Hey, if I stay in this relationship, oh my God, I'm going to like horrible. If I choose to end it, oh, my life gets greater. So I choose it so I choose something that works for me.
mm,
Okay, but when you are not willing to make that kind of choice for yourself, and with those twisted points of view in life, like if I choose for me means I'm choosing against someone else or I'm betraying someone else, and then you have all those judgments about betrayal, then everything's get too complicated. You're like, I cannot choose, I cannot choose, I cannot
yeah.
choose. And then you end up betraying you. So that's why I asked who or what are you not willing to betray? Okay, so I will run it
Who
later.
or
So let me
what
explain
are
one more
you
thing.
not willing to betray
Willing to betray that
that
keeps
keeps
you
you
betraying you
betraying
and only
you
you.
and only you? I like the
Everything that is
question.
Godzilla. Let's destroy and credit. Oh, please.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all nine shots, boys, for West and Beyonds.
Oh, those are layers and layers of energy. You know, those are
Yeah,
layers and
that
layers.
Hands of layer. So now I want to explain this. So let's say your parents have some problems, some difficulties in life, whether physically or emotionally, or okay, whatever. So you think if you don't have the same problem, you are betraying them.
Mm.
Is it really betraying them, or you are just betraying the limitations? And what if you were the first one that has the courage and were willing to be so different to betray the limitations, you could inspire other people to choose so. Yeah, a lot of you are like, whoa.
Yeah,
So
that's so
it's not
expensive.
so it's not that you betray someone you care about. It's you betraying a limitation. Your courage just to choose something so different, so that your life gets greater, and at the same time you show other people a different possibility. Hey, I could, and you could too. I did it. Come on, let's choose something different. You don't have to suffer. But if I, with the point of view like I don't want to betray you, I have to choose the same pain and suffering just like you. We are all stuck. Doom. So who or what are you not willing to betray that keeps you betraying you and only you? Everything that is times to Godzilla. Let's this round credit all.
Yes,
Right,
please.
wrong, good and bad, part and part, online shots, boys, powers, and meals. I think I can run these two like continuously. Like
No, you know
what
what I'm
was the
gonna do?
one previously?
I'm gonna crack the recording of this and allow the play.
Yes. So what was the one? It's like what are you using pains and sufferings to prove and validate? They still
Yeah.
have a lot of energy here. All right. But I think these two like they are great combinations. Everything that is times a Godzillion will now please destroy and credit all.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. What are you using pains and sufferings to prove and to validate? Everything that is times a Godzillion will now please destroy and credit. Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. And
And I
it's
think
harder
we're
and harder for me to use my mind to try to remember that it's
and I
it's
think
oh,
we've been given a lot of stories of people who
yeah.
suffered, and because of the amount of their suffering, they were hailed as heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's one of the conditionings also of why we choose suffering, because it makes
Yeah.
us someone who's not bad or a nice person, you know.
Yep. Oh yeah,
So
so let me change let me change the one. So what are you using pain, suffering, and sickness how to prove and to validate? No, to prove, to validate, and to justify. Pam pam. Second mic drop.
kaboom, kaboom.
Everything that is times a Godzillion will now please destroy and create,
Yes,
please.
please.
Run, wrong, good and bad, talk and part, all nine shots, boys, powers, and beyonds.
By the way, if
So
you're listening to this and you're yawning, it means that a lot of energy are getting cleared up. So it's okay to
yes,
yawn
yes.
and be teary
So
eyed a little.
so who or what are you not willing to betray that keeps you only betraying you and only you? Everything that is times a Godzillion, please destroy and create. Right,
Yes,
wrong,
please.
good and bad, talk and part, all nine shots, boys, powers, and beyonds. And what are you using pain, sufferings, and sickness to prove, to validate, and to justify? Everything that includes the one that you just mentioned, like this, you can prove you're a hero. Okay,
Yeah.
so everything that is times a Godzillion will now please destroy and credit all. And the one that is strongest, in movies like the heroes, like they can really take a lot of punches. They are bleeding, but they still keep fighting. They can prove they are really strong. They are superhero. They save everyone. They lost an arm, and then they're like, "I'm still here fighting." Everything that is times a Godzillion, let's destroy and credit all.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, part and part, all nine shots, boys, powers, and beyonds. Hi, how are you all doing?
Sleepy.
Well,
Sleepy
it's
and
not really sleepy.
relaxed.
It's more the yeah,
Relaxed.
it's more the unconsciousness that got released. That's why we yawn. We are like checking out, like how to stay focused and present. Yeah.
Right.
So, whew, wow.
So, yeah, we've been, by the way, we are talking about body possibilities here in celebration of the Mental Health Awareness Month this October of 2022. And Ryan, question: what does our body have to do with our mental health? Any insights?
Well, this reality people um place so much focus on the mind, so it's like there's even this thing called the mental health. But um, what if those problems that you think you have, you see, this is how it's you think you have in your mind,
You
okay?
think you have them.
you you think too much, and then you are crazy, and then you are like, now I need to think more to find a solution to get myself out of that craziness. It's like I overthink and I overthink about my overthinking, that kind of thing.
I overthink and I overthink about my
About
overthinking.
my overthinking. So everyone, that this is what you all have been doing. Let's describe and credit, please.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, fine, power, all nice shots, boys, progress, and beyonds. Okay, uh, so I think, have you ever? Well, what I want to share is the tool called "Who Does That Belong To?" But I think I'm sure someone before me has shared. Just now you said that this is the last episode. So,
No, this is the first
so
of the season two, first episode of season two.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is no, this is this the first episode or the last episode or
The first episode of season two because
of
we're done
season?
with season one. For season one, we
Okay,
have 10 episodes already. For
okay.
season two, this is
Cool.
episode one. Yeah.
Okay. So, or is there like an episode that someone share about who does it belong to that you can redirect them there or something?
Ah, yeah, there
If not,
is. There is actually. But, let's review them.
okay, sure. Okay.
It's
In
the short
short,
energy anyway.
okay, just to like quickly summarize this. So, you are very aware, all of you, okay, and you also have a lot of caring for many people, which just now we talked about. We spent like 30 minutes to talk about like suffering for other people, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So when you are a person that is so kind and so caring, but of course most of you don't believe you are because you judge yourself so much and so many people judge you. You're like, I'm such a terrible wrong person, how can I be the kind and caring one? So it makes no sense to you, so you just like completely deny that part.
Hmm.
But even though you try so hard to deny it, you are still being that way. So you still try so hard to help other people by not betraying them, by aligning and agreeing with their problems, blah blah blah, so that we sometimes we even duplicate other people's problem,
Yeah.
or maybe it's just or maybe it's just you perceiving it in other people's world. Like for example, you see someone in pain, you kind of feel how painful it is for them, but it's not you. But if you are not aware enough, you think that, oh, I think I have it too. Okay, so how many problems that you perceive in other people's worlds and in their bodies that you think it's yours, and with the point of view of, oh, it's mine, you lock it into your world, you lock it into your body, and then now you're like suffering. Let's just try and create all of that, please.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shots, boys, progress, and beyonds. So if something is not yours, all you can do is acknowledge it. Okay, so then you're like, okay, it's not mine, and because it's not yours, you cannot try to solve it in your body. You are just having the awareness of someone else having that problem. So what you can do is like acknowledging it. Okay, it's not mine. Okay, I can now return it back to senders. Senders means whoever that first started it. It doesn't matter whether you know that person or not. Okay, so let's do this. Let's see how I can guide you all to do this. Hmm. So everything that is not yours, that you have not been willing to just let it go, you have some good reasons why you cannot let it go, or you completely misidentified that as yours. Let's destroy and create all of that, and
Yes.
everything that doesn't allow you to give yourself the freedom to choose to be pain free, you and your body to be pain free. Let's destroy and create that as well.
Yes,
Right,
please.
wrong, good and bad, pop and pot, all nine shots, boys, progress, and beyonds. And just um it's just like giving your body the approval or the permission, like, hey body, whatever that is not mine, now I'm willing to just let it all go, return all back to senders, Or maybe if it helps, you can say like, okay, finally, I don't need to suffer for others. I think that's a
Mhm.
good one. I don't need to suffer for others. I don't need to suffer for others. I don't need to suffer for anyone. Everything that doesn't allow that comes a gazillion. We will now please destroy and create it all.
Yes, please.
Right, wrong, good and bad, power and part, all nine shorts, boys, proverbs, and beyonds. Okay. Keep it going. There's no how, don't try to figure out how to do it, but it's more just the intention and the choice of like, all
Yeah.
right, let it go, just release it all, release it all.
Mhm.
Okay, and then you feel like your body is like coming alive, like, yes.
Whew.
Okay. So, hi, how are you doing? How's your body doing?
How's your body doing, everyone? Right. So we have some people chatting with us here. Okay. So Libertina is here watching. Hi, Tina. Thank you
Hi,
for
Tina.
watching. It's been a wonderful clearing session. Clearing session with you, right? Anyway, yeah. So let's wrap it. Okay. So I didn't even notice the time. So we're already talking for more than 14 minutes
40
already.
minutes, yeah. I just blah,
More
blah,
than
blah, 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 40 minutes, oh my God.
going through it now. If you're watching, you should watch the replay of this because there are a lot of questions. Okay, that Ryan used for clearing, and if there's something that I could take away from this, all right, something I could take away from this that when you choose you, you're not betraying others. I think that
Yes.
is one of the questions that I like very much. All right, that's quite a light bulb moment for me. That sometimes I know that I always choose me in a way, but
Mm-hmm,
there's always a guilt attached to it because
mm-hmm.
choosing me means that I have to not choose others that might be wanting me to choose them as well. So that was a wonderful, wonderful and enlightening light bulb in my awareness. So Ryan, any last
Can I
any
have like 3 minutes?
sure,
Like I
yes, of
just want to
course.
do okay, all right. I just want to do like a quick like the symphony taster session, like so that you, all of you, if you are willing to receive, you could have more ease in choosing and more ease with choosing. And choosing for you doesn't mean you choose against someone else, no matter who accused you of that. So what would it take for you to always have ease choosing for you, choosing for you, and choosing for your body, and never betray you and never betray your body? It's now the time to make this commitment, not to anyone else, but only to yourself, because it's your life, it's your body. Everything that doesn't allow you to choose, to commit to your own life and to your own body, so that you don't betray what works for you and your body. Let's destroy and create all of that. Right, wrong, good and bad, power and power, all nine shorts, boys, progress and beyonds. Just a bit more, maybe another 30 seconds.
Yes,
Oh,
let's do it. Tina, I miss you.
by the way, just something that I think I can announce, like about
Yes,
5 days ago, I
let's
think.
announce
I
all of
think
us.
like I suddenly got this thought like, okay, it's almost time. It's about time for me to go Philippines.
No, it's okay.
I
We
don't have a
can.
date yet.
Sure.
I don't have anything planned yet. But it's like finally, it's like pinging me. So I need to look at my schedule and like hopefully soon. Okay. Wow. Thank you, Jun, for inviting me to do this and all the contribution you'll be with your first series and also this second series and all the question you ask, the courageous that you have to be so different and inspire more people. So keep going, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ryan. So once again, this is Spaciousness. Okay, we are on our season two. This is the pilot episode. Okay, Tina is here, fangirling. Thank you, Tina, for thank you, Tina for being here. Right. So that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. This is Spaciousness, and I'm with Ryan T. Right. Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you
We'll see
all.
you for
Bye,
next.
everyone.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.